Welcome back to Ash Footy TV. This is a preview for round 20. Let's go to the Friday night game. It is the Richmond Tigers versus the Collingwood Magpies. The form for these two sides, Richmond lost against GWS Giants last week, and Collingwood got over the line against the West Coast Eagles at the MCG. Well, my prediction for this game, I'm going to go for the Magpies to get over the Tigers on Friday night. Let's go to the second game, Sydney versus Port Adelaide. They're playing at the SCG. The form for these two sides, Sydney got over the line against Fremantle very easily. And Port Adelaide, well, they thumped Brisbane Lions up at the Gabba. My prediction for this game, I'm going to go for Sydney to beat Port Adelaide on Saturday afternoon. Let's go to third game, Melbourne versus Hawthorn. The form from last week, Melbourne just got over the line against the Gold Coast Suns by 2 points, and Hawthorn won by around about 4 goals against the Carlton Blues. My prediction for this game, I'm going to go for the Hawks to make it another one, and they'll be still 2 games in front of second place. Well, let's go to fourth game. It's the Gold Coast Suns versus the GWS Giants playing at METRICON Stadium. The form for these two sides previous week, the Gold Coast Suns didn't get over the line against Melbourne. They lost by 2 points. It was Tom Lynch that just couldn't get the job done after the siren. And GWS Giants, they ran right against the Tigers. My prediction for this game, I'm going to go for the GWS Giants to beat the Gold Coast Suns. Let's go to the next game. It's Western Bulldogs versus North Melbourne playing on Saturday night at the Etihad Stadium. Well, it was Boomer's 420th game last week against St Kilda, and they got the job done by around about 4 goals. And the Western Bulldogs, they had to go down to the Cattery on last Friday night, and they put it up to the Cats early on, but the danger-filled train absolutely was on fire in the second half, and the Cats got over the line. My prediction for this game, I'm going to go for the Kangaroos to get over the line against the Bulldogs. Let's go to the next game. It is the Adelaide Crows versus the Brisbane Lions. The form for these two sides last week, well, Adelaide won by around about 83 points against the Bombers last week at home, and Brisbane, they got thumped by nearly 100 points against the Port Adelaide Power. My prediction for this game, I'm going to go for the home side in Adelaide Crows to beat the Brisbane Lions. Let's go to Game 7. It's Carlton versus St Kilda playing on Sunday at the MCG. It's a rare game for these two sides playing at the MCG. But the form last week, these two sides lost by around about 4 goals. So my prediction for this game, I'm going to go for the Saints to get over the line against the Carlton Blues. Let's go to the next game. It is the Geelong Cats versus the Essendon Bombers playing at Etihad Stadium. Well, Geelong last week got over the line against the Bulldogs, and the Bombers got thrashed by Adelaide in the last game of round 19. My prediction for this game, I'm going to go for the Geelong Cats to beat the Bombers. Let's go to the last game of the round. It is the Fremantle Dockers versus the West Coast Eagles. It's the Western Derby. Fremantle last week in Pavlage's 350th game lost by nearly about 100 points against the Sydney Swans, and the West Coast Eagles. They couldn't get over the line against the Magpies at the MCG. But my prediction for this game, I'm going to go for the West Coast Eagles to get over the line in the last game against the Dockers. I'll see you next week for round 21.